because they're afraid to take walks, because they're afraid of facing themselves. You're afraid of facing yourself, and you're afraid of reality. You're afraid to acknowledge that no, you're not that young something anymore, and it's not okay. But you also don't want to admit that you don't have any intention to ever be that young something anymore. Me? Oh, get the hell out of here. I'm going to be younger and then some every single second of every single day, and I'm done being an old, degenerate fool. I'm not as young as I used to be, but I'm nowhere near dirt old either. And with the time that I have left, I refuse to be an old fool. I refuse to be an old fool. It's just not going to happen. I'm not doing it. You guys can do it, but I'm not going to do it. That's called settling, and that's a feminine quality. Settling. Waiting for someone or something else to take care of you, waiting for just something to change. Praying to your God. Nothing is coming to save you. Nothing and no one is coming to save you. Not your God, nothing. You carry the seed of God because you are your own God. It's spread apart. That's the only way that we are connected as men. Forget about all this consciousness nonsense. Forget about all this spiritual nonsense. I got nothing to say about that. Get the hell off my channel and go to another Seam of Attention channel that's going to charge you money. That's going to run your pockets for the God that they believe in. Money. I don't give a damn about no freaking money or your money. Money's the God of this world. So why the hell would I charge you when I'm talking about the actual seed of God? And not in no bearded man, spiritual sense, man sitting in the clouds, in any form or shape of religion, or any religious denomination or congregation, race or not. I'd be a walking hypocrite. That's what I would be. I would be a walking hypocrite. I don't give a damn about your money. I just don't want you on my channel if you're feminine in any kind of way. That's all I care about. If you're lazy in any kind of way. That's all I care about. If you're weak in any kind of way, I don't want you on my channel or around me, in my personal life, in my sphere. This is why I love going for walks like this. Being all by myself, because I can exude and spread my aura as far as I want to, have complete control over my space instead of having a bunch of old fools around me. I can't stand old fools. And understand, if you're 18 years old, you can be an old fool. Don't get so caught up in the age. You could be an old fool. Being 15 years old, being 25 years old, being any age, you could be an old fool because it's all in the mind on whether you've given up on yourself or not. When you start making excuses, when you start making just one excuse, when you start just making one excuse, you'd be surprised how quickly that will snowball into a plethora of excuses. You turn your head to the left and you come back and a pebble of excuses, a pebble of just one excuse, or an excuse that just started with one pebble, now has turned into something titanic, gargantuan in size. And that's what happens when you start making excuses to be weak. They snowfall. It turns into an avalanche. And before you know it, you're in too deep and you think you got time to dig yourself out, and you don't. So stop making comments like that on my channel. Stop making comments like that to yourself. Stop making comments like that if you're all by yourself and no one else is around. If you're not even on anyone's YouTube channel talking like that as a man, it's weak. It's disgusting. It's counterproductive to yourself and everyone else around you. that you think you're trying to help. You ain't helping nobody. You're just wasting time like I did. That's why I can talk like this. Because when I speak like this, I'm speaking to any fiber, any cell in my body that even thinks about going back to where we came from. You just be wasting your time. I'm telling you by experience. So you can either listen to me or you can not listen to me and stop this video and go back to your life of moderation. Masculinity, there is no moderation in masculinity. You're either masculine or you're not. You're either masculine when no one's looking or you're not. You don't have to wait till you get to my age. Old. Do it now while you're in your teens. Do it now while you're in your 20s. Do it right now while you're in your 30s. Do it now. Don't wait till you get to the middle part of your life in your 40s to try to make something happen. Because there's no guarantee you're going to be able to get it done. You can always reinvent yourself. And that's the greatest thing about Seam of Attention. But not everyone's going to be fortunate enough to make it. Everything is generational. You may not make it to my age to try to do something about it. You may not get that fortune. That's silly to think like that. If you're out of shape, do something about it now. I don't care what age you are. If you're not mentally where you need to be and you're too feminine as a man, do something about it now. Whatever the issue is that is prohibiting you from being the masculine man that you want to be in your own right. Do something about it right now. Do something about it right now. Because the longer you wait, the harder it gets to climb out of that purgatory hell that you're in. That weakness that you're in. It gets harder to do the older you get. Because as you get older, more problems will arise. Things will not stay the same. Problems are going to keep arising. They're going to keep arriving. And it's going to get harder and harder to try to climb yourself out of that, to try to dig yourself out of that hole. Stop listening to weaklings. When you keep on listening to them, you eventually become them, and worse. It's just that simple. It doesn't sound simple to me. To go back to a life of degeneracy. Saw another comment in the comment section talking about, I can't keep my hand in my pants. I can't stop being submissive. The funniest thing, the thing that calmed me down, because I was about to go off on this guy. But then I thought to myself, I used to be like that. And then there was a comment below that was like, blah, ha, 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 ha. I like that comment. That was funny. That made me actually laugh. I don't laugh hardly at all or smile. Hardly at all. But that made me actually laugh. Chuckle a little bit, if you will. And that's really what I felt inside. Like, what are you doing? But then I composed myself and remembered that I used to be like that. So I'm gonna show you some grace, bro. Instead of just completely annihilating you. Because there's no point in that. Here's what you need to know. 2 things. Number 1, there are videos that I tell you about, that talk about what to do if you feel like women got you on a collar and you can't do anything about it. Here's what you need to do. You need to find a purpose. You need to find a purpose that supersedes and by far surpasses the desire to be a slave to a woman. It's that simple. That's what I found. And that's why I'm not a slave to them anymore. My purpose is to restore the order of masculinity and to make masculine men, to make the law of masculinity absolute, that it is power that rules this world, masculine power, that rules this world, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is my purpose. Now for you, you need to find your own purpose, bro. You got to find your own purpose. It can be whatever it is that you want it to be, but it has to be true to you. But you can't be me, and I can't be you, and you can't be anyone. I love Mike Tyson, but I can't be Mike Tyson. I cannot be Mike Tyson. The Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. That is his path. So you have to find. I have to find my own path. I use that as an example, just for people that I admire in masculinity. You got to find your own path, and it has to supersede your desire to want to be a slave. I can't tell you how to do it, and I'm not going to tell you how to do it because no one told me how to do any of this. The path that I'm on right now, no one told me any of this. I had to figure this out, and I'm still figuring all of this out by myself, and it's not a complaint. I'm glad I'm doing it. I used to hate it because I used to be codependent, because I used to be weak, and I used to have way too many disgusting feminine qualities. Any kind of feminine quality of a man is disgusting. I don't care what they're telling you to believe. But we're going to leave it there right there. We're going to leave it right there. Any type of feminine quality that you have as a man is disgusting. And it's weakness. You got to get rid of it. And being submissive to women is a weakness, bro. I'm still talking to you. If you're still here watching this channel, if you didn't run away because I told you the truth. If you did, then you were never meant to be here anyway. And you never had any intention on becoming masculine. No one's going to hold your hand. No one should hold your hand. I'm not going to hold your hand. You shouldn't expect your dad. You shouldn't expect, especially a female, to hold your hand to try to become masculine. She'll never be able to teach you. And she has no intention of teaching you anyway. Her job is just to take your masculinity. I make a lot of videos about that. Check out my videos. Check out my 100-something videos. I've lost count. I don't even check. I just check the comment sections now. But I've made a lot of videos about how females take your masculinity. And if you don't understand by now what to do, then I can't help you. And no one can help you. I'm just a messenger. And I exist for a certain reason. For one particular reason. To restore the order of men. To restore masculinity. That masculinity is law. Not just here in the country that I reside in, but all over the world. And I will do it my damn self if I have to. Help is nice. But if you really want to know the truth, guys, that are my loyal subscribers, and those of you that are not my loyal subscribers, that are just stopping by, I have every intention on doing it by myself, regardless of whether you help me or not. Because I made it this far by myself anyway, in regards to pulling myself up out of my own personal hell. I pulled myself out of my own personal hell before I even started this channel. So understand that I'm thankful for you guys that are subscribers. But the reason why I don't ask for subscribers and I don't say, don't forget to smash the like button and don't forget to like my video every 5 seconds, because I don't give a damn about that. It's about the message. Don't you understand? It's about the message, and it's about me. This is my purpose. This is my path. So, bro, you got to understand that's what you have to do. And if you can't do it, then you're just walking the path that you want to walk, and you want to be submissive to females. That's what you want to do. You never had any intention. You're waiting for someone to hold your hand. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm not here to babysit nobody. And you shouldn't babysit yourself. Just man the hell up. Grab your balls, get some balls if you ain't got them, and man the hell up and make a decision. And if you want to be submissive, then cool, but don't talk on my channel. And get off my channel. And anyone else that's weak, get off my channel with that moderation nonsense. Because I'm not going to let it fly. What the hell is this? Somebody playing